Welcome back to Andertons TV. Today I am joined by a blindfolded Mr. Rob Chapman, and we are going to play a game of Winner Stays On with some of these wonderful amplifiers.
Woo! Bring in the Shap.
Whoa! Oh no, he's going to kick the stand. He's definitely going to kick the stand. Get him in.
What's the cable?
It's not really Rob's fault here. He can't see anything.
It's really scary walking.
Blind.
Back. No, sit down. It's great to be back.
Couldn't hear that.
Oh, that's true. You got no microphone, have you?
It's great to be back.
Okay, well look, Rob, you have a Chapman ML1 to your right, along with a cup of coffee. Go forward slightly, and there's a stand. He's found it. Right. Okay, so the idea here is we are not going to be doing a deep dive into the specification of these amplifiers, but what I've chosen are amps from some of the leading brands in the world that all sit around that kind of compact, mostly 1x12 kind of first gigging combo type amplifier. So everything in this Shootout is somewhere between that sort of maybe 350 at the higher end, right down to as low as maybe £200 at the lower end. They're all solid state or modeling kind of amplifiers, so they've all got a bit of power behind them, so that, like I say, they'll all be like a my first gigging type amplifier. All I've done is set up a clean sound, going for that sort of classic Fender clean thing.
Love a clean tone, Lee.
And then a drive sound going at the sort of the higher end of the drive spectrum. And if Rob wants me to adjust EQ and stuff like that, I can. And Rob doesn't know what the amps that are here, he doesn't know the order that we're trying them. You can obviously see that. If you would like to play along for this, you're just going to have to, I don't know, watch this whole video with your monitor turned off or looking away, just wear headphones or something like that. So the rules of Winner Stays On is Rob will try two amplifiers, he will go, I like this one the best, and then that will stay on, and we'll go to the next comparison until we get all the way to the end, and there'll be an overall winner. Our first two amplifiers are ready to rock. Are you ready to go?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, let's just start then. So.
It's got quite a lot of low end, doesn't it? Okay. I'm really enjoying the clean tone, actually.
Should we try its Challenger?
Yes, please. It's Challenger.
Well, you know what I mean.
Oh, the other
yes,
amp.
the other one.
Okay. Oh. Sounds like a smaller amplifier. Can you go back to the other one?
Yes, of course.
So that sounds more like an imagination of an amp. Go back to the other one. This is more pretending to be a valve, isn't it?
Can I ask what you mean by saying one is an imagination of an amp and one is pretending to be a valve? What do you mean by that?
The first one that I played is a lot more like a processed clean, like a direct into the desk type clean. This is a lot more like a sort of an imaginary valve combo kind of vibe.
Okay.
Thing.
Do you want to go over to the gainier stuff now?
Yes, please.
All right, just hang on 1 second for me. Okay.
Whoa!
Right,
wow.
let's go back to your first one.
Okay, first
Go.
one. Wow. Can I have less gain?
You have less gain.
Make a note of the date and time.
Moly, yeah.
But that's a lot of gain. I couldn't
to be
really
fair,
hear.
I've gone gainier. Maybe we'll need to to be honest, I can back all of these down. So
That's
yeah,
all right.
that's
It
fine.
might just be that this particular amp's got a lot of gain. Oh, it's super bright. Could you
can do
knock
anything
off a
you
little
want.
bit of the treble?
Yep.
And if there's any mid, could you add a bit more mid in to compensate?
Of course, yeah.
It's still really. Is there a presence control?
I'm going to give too much away if I tell you all this stuff now.
I mean, I don't know. You know.
I mean, I can take more treble away.
Yeah. Can I hear the other amp?
Of course you may.
That's like a cranked up AC kind of 30 thing. But I much prefer the sound of whatever that is. It sounds more like a real amp. The other one is really, really, really bright and processed sounding. I like this one. Whatever this is.
No, that's fine. I mean,
stays in.
I mean, that was pretty quick. You spent a lot longer on the clean channel, although we've got a lot of amps to get through, so maybe we should just move on.
But also, for me, it's night and day. Whatever's closest to me is a lot nicer, more natural
So round
sounding.
one winner is this one, and now we're going to just choose a different amplifier, so stay tuned. Right, round two. Here is the amplifier that you liked from the round before.
Lovely.
And here is the next contender.
It's very nice. It's very reminiscent of something Katana-y. And I'm basing that upon the sound of that ubiquitous boss reverby type thing. Can we maybe crunch it?
Okay, let's get to a sound, and then you tell me where you want it. Let's put this back to your favourite setting from before. So here again is your winner stays on from round one. And here is the next contender.
Can I have a little bit more gain, please?
Of course, of course, of course. Yep, go on then.
And back to
Pig
the
squeal!
yeah. That's better. I don't know what that is, but it's really cool.
Sure?
Yeah.
Moving on. Winner staying on?
Yes.
Fine. Ready for round three, Mr. Rob?
Born ready, Mr. Lee.
Okay, we are back to, again, clean sound. Here is your current favourite.
Very lovely.
Yes, and here is the new one.
Sounds a lot smaller, doesn't it? Yeah, I prefer the clean on the one that I've kept on.
This is crazy. I tell you what I am going to do in the next round.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll even do it now. How much do you think it's the fact that the amp that you're preferring is next to you?
It's not proximity, no.
You don't think it's
tone.
anything
No,
to do with
the
that,
tone.
no? Okay, interesting.
But let me try the crunch tone.
Okay. So that's
the one,
your one that you've
that's
been
the one
liking.
that's keeping on, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. So give me a bit more volume there. I think I might have turned that up a bit louder than I meant to.
I don't like it, Mr. Lee.
He doesn't. I don't like it, Mr. Lee.
It's quite small and boxy sounding, and it's. I'm very sorry to whoever makes this, but it's. It sounds like the sound it's trying to make is too much for whatever it's contained within. I don't feel like the speaker is managing to really deliver what it wants to.
That's fine. Can I just get some slightly extended playing clips then again of what
Absolutely.
you do like? Okay, one. And the new one.
It's a little bit fizzy.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because it's personal choice, obviously, and with any of these amplifiers, you could do a lot more in-depth tweaking. But I'm wondering if the sound that you're liking out that first one, to me, it sounds quite mid-rangey.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that is something that amplifiers manufacturers often try and voice out of an amp to give it that sort of slightly more scooped sound. But you're liking that, aren't you?
Well, if you're playing in a band,
I know, you don't want to lose the mid-range
No.
for sure. All right, let's move on. We are down to, there's 4 more left to go. Right, as we enter round 4, are we halfway through? I think we're halfway through the competition pretty much now. So here we go again. Clean sound on your current winner.
yeah.
And now your... What's the laugh for, Rob? You don't like it, do you?
Sounds so bad. I'm sorry. I'm
That's
so
harsh.
sorry.
Okay.
I am so sorry, but that sounds awful. I mean, it's really bad.
Let's see if we can convince you to change your mind on its drive. Chanel!
Okay, you never know.
You never know. Here we go.
Yeah, it's not a bad sounding drive. I mean, it's not that though, is it? What did you change?
I'm changing between the amps.
It's trying really hard, but it sounds like very outdated digital circuitry.
I'm not even. I think I might have. That last one you were playing was your previous winner.
But I know.
Right.
What
fine.
I'm saying is, whatever the new contender is.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's
so
not
here you go, new contender.
It's little speaker, little box sounding, whereas flip it. What?
Sorry,
sound went...
No, my foot sort of half switched it and then half fell off.
I don't know. I mean, the winner is the winner so far, isn't
No,
it?
no, it's fine. I don't know if you're just really finding that first one good, and just the fact that we're maybe 4 rounds in, you're sort of going, wow, this is amazing. Or would you say that that last one we just tried was the worst one so far?
Definitely the worst one so far. And I'm so sorry to whoever it is. I'm sure you make some fantastic products.
They certainly do.
And it's not my fault that I am blindfolded.
And again, of course, it's only your opinion, right?
It's only my opinion. Crowded market. Probably if I was a better player, I'd enjoy it more.
You're predicting the comments section, aren't you?
I don't know anything about this. I only play metal.
Right, okay, here is your multi-round winner so far, and it's clean sound again. And
Sounds really good.
Challenger.
Could you knock off some of the low end?
Yep.
Is it low end or mid? There's like a mid thing going on.
Too much or not enough?
Not enough mid.
Not enough mid.
Yeah.
All right, we can put mid.
Like it's dark in the upper mid section, but the tone is nice. That's why.
Okay.
It's one of the nicest clean sounds so far.
Do you want to just, go back to your, let's see if we can get a winner out of these two here.
I still much prefer that clean sound.
Okay.
I really do. It's just more natural.
Fine.
But this is a really good, close thing. I mean, I like it. It's just, there's some kind of something in it.
There you go, this is the new one.
It's just a bit boxy, isn't it? It's got a nice tone, but it's like it's in the wrong... the speaker is... It's an Orange Crush, isn't it? It's an Orange Crush. Do the crunch.
Hold on a second.
Yup. It's analog, and I love some of the things that you can do with that, but in this instance, the gain isn't my kind of gain.
Okay.
It sounds good if you blend this with other things, but it's not my kind of vibe. There's that fizzy thing, and it's a bit boxy, so it doesn't win. But the clean tone was a really good close.
All right, let's just hear it against your current favourite on its gain
Sure.
sound.
And then do the crush. Yeah, it's that orangey goodness.
Fine. But
Voice of the world.
You're still saying winner stays on, right?
I'm still saying winner stays
So
on.
winner stays on right from the beginning. Interesting. I'm interested to hear again in the comments section who's loving what so far.
I'm just going to get a torrent of hatred.
Okay, right. So here we are again, back on this now very familiar winner from the first round, a guitar amplifier. Here's your clean tone. and
sounds
here
good.
is your competitor.
This is good. This is a really good practice amp sound. My chosen one so far, I would gig with. This is like a really good practice amp.
Want to go gainy?
Oh, hold on, not yet. It's good. Oh yeah, gain it.
Okay, gain it. Here we are. Bosh. I'm going to try the... Right, here's your current favourite on its gainy sound.
Yeah.
And the new one?
It needs more gain and less treble.
More gain and less treble. Here we go.
So look, this is really good, but it's not as good as the one that I'm keeping on. This is the second best one so far, in my opinion. I would use this as a practice amp, and I think it sounds really nice, but it's not got the full-bodied valve vibe that I'm getting from whatever the hell it is that I've chosen.
Fair enough. Well, look, there's only one more to go.
Oh God.
There's only one more to go.
I have offended so many companies.
I don't know. Have you?
Yeah, probably.
Right, final round. You can see we've cleared the entire row of guitar amplifiers. So again, there's some weird, very unusual for the amp that you like first to be the one that stays on all the way through.
Well, it's just the luck of the draw, isn't it?
I mean, it's completely random which one we started with.
This video curses me because immediately like 8 or 9 companies are never going to work with me again.
No, not at all. And again, I think as we've been going through, I've preferred different ones to what you've decided to keep on. So, and I'm guessing, people will. And of course, pricing and features across these will be different as well. So some people will go, well, I don't like those features, or I need those features, or whatever. Anyway, look, last round, here we go. For the final time, our clean sound of our winner of every round so far. And the new one.
It sounds really nice in a mixed pickup position. That's nice. I like that clean sound.
It's not as bright as your
No.
current favourite, is it? But I mean, we can make it brighter. Although actually, the treble is up a little
as
bit.
it is.
You like
it's
it?
a really nice clean sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Play that again.
It's just a lot more present.
Yeah, it is much more present.
Yeah.
Okay, so our final bit of shootout. We're going here, gain versus gainage, or your favourite gain of the entire video so far. Here we go. And the contender.
I don't like it, Mr. Lee. I'm sorry. It's got like a nasty 2K thing. It's fizzy. Do you hear the fizz? It's a fizz monster.
Try again. It's got another mode. Back to your original one. Is that we're staying all the way through, clean sweep, undefeated?
Yeah.
Wow.
The one I've chosen doesn't have that fizzy kind of boxy element to it. What's going to be horrible is if I look at it and I go, I don't like the look of it.
Well, I tell you what we are going to do before you take your blindfold off is we'll get rid of everything out the way and we'll just put all the amps back in and then you can tell me which you thought was which and I'll take you through, or at least which you thought was the winner. So give us 2 seconds. Okay, right. Go on then, Rob.
Okay, thanks, man. I can't wait to do a video where we blindfold you, Lee. I think it's about time that we turn the tables.
So there you are. Now you can see we have 8 guitar amplifiers. Pretty sure you're certainly familiar with all the brands, even if you haven't necessarily tried all the amplifiers. So we've got, yes indeed, we've got Katana Generation 3, we've got Catalyst CX, the 50 and the 60 watt versions, a Crush 35 from Orange, a Fender Champion 50XL, a Vox VT40, a Marshall Code 50, a Blackstar Debut 50, and a High Watt Leeds 50.
This looks pretty, doesn't it? Is the Catalyst the new Spider?
Well, Catalyst CX is to Catalyst, I suppose, what... no, actually, it's less of an upgrade than Gen 3 to Mark 2. It's like a tweaked version of the original Catalyst. More models, that sort of thing.
Can I preface this by saying I'm really, really sorry, and I love all of these lovely, wonderful brands that I have disparaged with my blindfold on, and it's not my fault.
If you've played along at home, now is the time for you to say which one was your favourite in the comments section. Okay, now you can see what the brands are. Let me run through some of the comments that you made and you can decide which one you thought was which. So in round 1, you said one of them sounds processed and bright. You said the clean sound sounded a bit like a DI sound. And then the other one you went, sounds smaller, sounds like a pushed AC30. It's recreating the vibe of a Valve sound. And you thought you could hear it kind of crunching up.
Yeah.
So bearing in mind one of those ones from round 1 was your eventual winner, because obviously it went all the way through.
I actually have no idea which one I've chosen to be
no
the winner.
idea.
No,
All right,
I really don't. I mean,
well, let me tell you which amp got eliminated in each round, and we'll save the winner then right to the end. So round 1, the amp that was eliminated was the Marshall Code 50.
I love Marshall. Marshall are great.
Okay.
Always love Marshall.
In round 2...
You say it's a Code 50?
It's a Code 50, yeah.
50 watts?
50 watts, yeah.
Love a 50 watt amp.
I checked, these are all circa that kind of power. I think the only one that's the Vox and the Crush are a little less. So round 2, you went I recognise that amplifier. I think you mentioned recognising the reverb or something along that line. You were pretty adamant that you were playing a katana against against your eventual winner in round 2, and you were. So in round 2, I thought this would be a big win out of these 8 for the katana, but hey.
Look, everyone watching this video knows that I have a love affair with the katana, and I recently got the 2x12 version of that, and it's fantastic, and you can tweak it to make it sound kind of how you like. But as they were set, this is my get out of jail free card, as they were set, I preferred whatever the hell it was.
I should say we had the clean sound was the clean setting, and the dirty sound was the brown sound. So
I do like it brown.
I mean, I don't know whether the overheads will capture what we got on the Code 50. It's a slightly more difficult to see LCD screen on Code 50, but it was the clean sound was its American Clean preset, and its dirty sound was based on a JVM. Anyway, right, round 3 saw an amplifier that you said, oh, it sounds small, and I wrote, that's ironic because it kind of isn't. And then you just went, sounds a bit small and a bit boxy, and you didn't like it. So the eliminated one in round 3 was the Catalyst.
The new Spider. All right.
It's not the new Spider, you're being mean. Round 4. You said that the amplifier that you were trying sounded small again. You actually said it was the worst one so far.
Oh, come on, man.
That was the Fender Champion 50.
I love Fender amps. I've always been a big fan of Fender amps.
There we are. Okay, next you went, this is dark but nice. Then you went, this is a close second so far, but you went, it's a bit boxy. And then you went, it's an Orange Crush, isn't it? It's analog and I love it. And it was in fact the Orange Crush, yes. So you were right, you spotted that one as well.
Obviously big fan of Orange amps.
Okay, what was next? Here we go. Next, you said... Now, this was interesting, this next one here, because if I'm honest with you, I don't really like the sound of this one very much. Certainly not as much as some of the other ones. But you went, this would make a great practice amp. I think this is the second best one so far.
Was that the high watt?
No, that was the Blackstar
No
Davey 50.
way.
Which I think is our most affordable one in the whole Shootout.
It sounded good.
So there we are. And then... Finally, so for those eagle-eyed amongst you, you have worked out that the final 2 has to be the high watt and the Vox. So which one of these, Rob, do you think has won all the way through? Your final comment were that you thought it had a nice clean sound, but that you didn't like the gain, that it was fizzy. So which was that? Was that the Vox or was that the high watt?
Oh my God.
It doesn't really matter. Everybody knows the answer already. So
I think it was the high watt.
That was the overall winner, or that was the one that you think?
That was the winner.
Wrong.
What? The Vox?
So the Vox VT40, which has a 10-inch speaker. So it's only these two here have 10-inch speakers. Everything else has a 12-inch speaker. It has, don't know if it's still plugged in. It's not. It has Pete Honori's single most hated feature on any kit ever, which is it's a wall wart. It's not even a IEC cable. But you know what it has got?
Tone.
Which none of the others have.
What?
What's that in there, Mr. Rob?
It's got a...
I mean, whether there's been,
That's amazing.
Whether that's...
Did I not say it's got a valvey tone all the way through?
Again, I think, many people will argue that the way that this type of amplifier uses a valve in the preamp is often, some people accuse it of being a bit gimmicky or whatever.
Mate, it works.
But I'm telling you, man, that was literally no tweaking.
Why is it a wall wart?
The clean preset, the deluxe preset for the clean, and the, what's it called, the Brit or MK2, whatever that preset is, and we didn't tweak anything. It just sounded great. I'm like, and it's not new. I personally, I think it's, for me, the worst thing about this amplifier is you've really got to love the Vox aesthetic. It's not a vanilla amp. It's the diamond weave and the big gold logo.
I think visually, I was really hoping it was the high watt because I love the way that looks.
Me too.
But by all accounts, I didn't like the sound.
Well, it's interesting. So the high watt is the newest one that we've started stocking. And I want to do a more in-depth dive onto that because it's oldie-fashioned, like a MOSFET style 2-channel, all analog spring reverb. It's like old school, which sometimes I think when you crank those, they sound great because they don't do that sort of digital thing where they don't like being cranked.
Right.
But look,
that sounded
I've got to
brilliant.
say, I think that one...
Yeah, it sounded really good. I'm disappointed
really
about the power supply.
Yeah.
And I'm very surprised it's 10-inch speaker. I really am. But it just had a valvey sound. What is it? A 6L6?
No. It'll be a little ECC 83 preamp.
Oh, an 83. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't even really know what the valve is. You know, are they using
it's probably
it as
not
part
even
of the
connected.
preamp or
It's
part
probably
of the
just
power
part
amp?
there visually.
Do you know, I'm trying to remember now. I vaguely, Chris, but like I say, this is not new. I vaguely recollect that actually in this, the valve sits somewhere just before the power amp and is trying to give you that feel. But look.
Well, it worked because it sounded great.
So there you are.
So, and what's funny is I have obviously overlooked this because it doesn't look...
You would though, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
if you walked into a store and you saw all of these, it's the least impressive looking one.
It just looks a bit like Paddington Bear or something. But it sounded really good, and there you go. But look, I love all of these brands; they're great too, really, really great. Yeah, how old's the Code 50?
I was going to say I don't know which is the oldest one out of them all.
Didn't we use that in the Slash Epiphone video?
No.
What was that? It was a Marshall.
Yes, it was something, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Code 50's got to be 7 or 8 years old, I would have thought. But then I'm sure Crush and there's lots of... Anyway,
so,
look,
which was the one that I said was second best? Really, the Black Star. Yeah.
Which I didn't agree with you on that one. I'm not sure that I really... I thought Katana sounded good. I thought that sounded good. If I'm honest with you, again, I had recollections of that sounding better. I did think that sounded a bit two-dimensional. I thought the Black Star sounded a bit two-dimensional as well, but whatever. Look, you watched.
Well,
You
Fox,
played.
could you please just put a normal power supply in something like this?
Make it like a 60-watt one with a 112.
Yeah, and make the controls look like it's not something of a spaceship.
It is a little bit Delar 1990s, the controls.
Yeah,
But look.
But it sounds great. There you go.
Happy days. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
See you in another video soon.
Bye.